Okay, here we go. What's up? What's up? Once again, thanks for joining. Can you back that up? Only on Urban Solution. We got the lovely MK. Irene in the place to be. How y'all doing there today?
There she is. I was like, oops, she's on mute.
Say that she went out. She went and took a smoke break on us.
No, that's what I'm out. We was just eating dinner with family.
So I know everybody enjoying this lovely weather we've been having every place.
It's too hot.
Yeah.
Kind of, or is it too hot for everybody?
Cali, well, this is fine. Like up here right now is fine. But when we were down in Cali, I was so hot.
Yeah, it's hot.
I'm gonna stay outside so I can get my brown skin back. Nah, I mean I did get brown, but that shit was hot as hell. Like uncomfortable.
No, it's super hot. It's muggy, sticky, humid hot. I hate it.
See, it was like that the other day out here. We got up into the 95 or 96 or something. And that was like a record or something for us out here. But you know, I just stayed inside in the shade. So it was cool for me. Yeah, stuff. I'm dark enough. I don't need to get no darker.
Oh my gosh.
But we knew it was coming, all this global warming, and then the winter that we had.
Yeah, it's either super, super cold or super, super hot. There's no median.
Yeah.
I keep saying the sun is getting closer to the earth. That's what I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, and with this, one of the craziest parts about this weather being like this heat wave we having all across, you know, the nation, is that these fools is getting crazier and crazier, and people are still doing dumber stuff. It's like, it's too hot to be that dumb, and they keep on like doing dumb stuff.
No, it's really bad. Like the crime rate, the crime and the types of crimes have increased, and they're like stupid crimes.
Real stupid.
We have a bunch of foreign scammers in Hawaii right now that's going around trying to scam like older people into buying fake jewelry. And they're going around, but it's all over social media, so I don't understand why people are not watching it and like figuring it out. But I mean, they're trying to get money, so they have all this fake jewelry and they show it to you, and you know, people are catching on. They're starting to video them and like video the car they're in. But I don't know. The authorities aren't doing anything about it. So they're just stupid. I don't know why. They're not doing anything. They're saying it's not a crime, but I guess
How is that not a crime?
I don't know. They like, there's like, oh, we can't do anything about it. It's like they're literally
Why? I'm giving you the
people.
People are robbing. That's robbery.
It's basically what it is. I mean, I think they got a couple people, but now that people are catching on, it's like, first of all, the jury doesn't even look real, and the local boys are about to like show them some street justice soon.
They should. You're not getting over my grandma. She blind in one eye. She just see it shiny and gold, like, oh, let me get this to whoever.
Mm-hmm.
And then you take her money and sell her some aluminum. We'll fight.
Yeah, no, really.
Okay, Jess was making sure.
Yeah, I know, it's bad.
Yeah, see, we always had them little corny scams that, you know, over here and then here, but now it's more of the little young guys or gun violence, shooting, gang banging and stuff. Everybody want to be that thug, you know, be that thug over here. A lot of road rages and things like that. But, you know, it seemed like with all this technology and advances that people could do, you would think people would be more smarter, dumber and smarter.
And then, but I can't find them. I don't even know who's on.
They're getting, you know, dumber and dumber, doing dumber things.
I agree.
Too long.
But with that said, MK, I'm gonna turn the show over to you and let you start asking the panel the questions and do what you do.
Okay, so we're short a few people tonight, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna go back to some of the questions that we had the last time. Well, first of all, we last left off on some open-ended questions, but we'll save that for the next time because that's when we had JT and Kendall and Lola. We need to get their honest answers of those. So we'll start with the next set of questions, which I did not look at. So I'm only looking at it now because you asked what the questions were. So the first question I'm gonna ask Irie first. The first question is, what do you look for in a friendship or friends in general, like your lifelong friends? We're not talking like acquaintances or anything. We're talking about like a true friendship that you have or had that lasted long, and what in that friendship is something that you valued.
For me, at my age, I don't look for friendships. If I meet somebody new and the energy is right and the vibe is right, like we're probably like stay acquaintances, but without the time you put into a friendship, I couldn't be like, oh, that's my friend, that's my homeboy, whatever. I'd be like, oh, that's a bar buddy, or something. But my long-term friendships, it's loyalty, truth, and we got to be able to be mental together because like
it's hard. It's hard to find crazy people.
You gotta accept
I know.
my crazy. You gotta accept. I accept yours. We gotta be able to be dumb, tell stupid, raunchy jokes. Like just be stupid, and not be judged. Like some of my long-term friends are all one like Filipino family, right? And they were. My friend just told me this the other day. Like some of them are even my kid's godmom. Like. And he was like, we were all camping in Alaska and I didn't get to go because I went to Cali. They were like, this is why we only hang out with each other because we can only put up with each other's stupidness and mentals. And we don't have any long-term friends except for Joe, who is now part of the family because she's just as mental.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Like, I go crazy, but like you could just be stupid and talk stupid shit. And it's not like, oh my God, you're nuts. It's like, no, you were just as dumb. Just as dumb.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, especially because the way we are.
Right.
And I say we in a general manner because we are all kind of similar on the show in a certain respect. Some of us are a little crazier than others, but we've come to a point of crazy that we can all relate to, I feel like.
So like you can't be like too cool for school,
Yeah.
Like I'm G, right? I'm an island girl. I'm super sweet, but I'm also geeked out. But I'll also punch in. You know what I mean? It depends on the situation. But we definitely can't be friends if you can't take like the geeked out nerd girl and watch like Game of Thrones or Harry Potter marathons with me. But we can still go outside. Like I won't tell your homeboys you watch Harry Potter. No.
Right, yeah. No, I get it. OG?
For me, it's like it got to be somebody that's honest with me. I need somebody to ride or die, with me. Even if I'm wrong, I need that person to tell me I'm wrong. Even though that I'm wrong, they still got to have my back. But they're going to let me know that I'm doing wrong. Right. And just like Irie said, that we got to be stupid together. We got to be understand each other's flaws, the good part, the bad part, and accept us for who we really are. And not let that, pull us apart or make us bump heads. Know that we are who we are and love us for who we are.
Who we are, exactly.
and like I said, the main part is just be there when I need you. It might be just like, man, I ain't doing nothing. I just want to hear your voice, or I'm just calling to see what you're doing. I know I might have just talked to you 10 minutes ago, or you just left, but just to be there. So to me, that's what I look for in the friendship from a female and a male, just to be there. And then, like I said, to be honest with me, even when I'm fucking up or I'm wrong, to be able to tell me, you know, I don't need nobody to sugarcoat nothing for me, to me, or to, the word I'm looking for is to
shallow. You don't want a shallow surface friendship.
Yes, or somebody like, just doing it because they know that they can get stuff from me. You know, not to be real with me and stuff. So like I said, even when I'm wrong, I want you to tell me I'm wrong. I'm gonna still be down with you, but you wrong on this one. So that's what I look for, me myself.
Yeah, I think like for me, just an aside from the normal things like honesty and trust and stuff like that, I think there's different levels of friendships that I have with people. Like I have still friends from kindergarten, and I have friends from like 35 years ago. Today I just went to a wedding for my friend's brother, and I realized I've been, you know, their friend since the brother was 6 years old. And we've been friends for like 34 years. And it's like, okay, how do you keep certain friends, and how do you know, okay, well, first of all, I'm hard to deal with, like, because I am the way that I am.
At least I'm honest about myself.
Like, and the thing about it is just because I'm just honest and I'm straightforward, and I just say things that I feel that needs to be said, not to be mean, but to be intentful of caring for them or listening. Because to be a friend, you have to be able to listen. You have to be able to support. You have to be able to understand what they're going through or whatever it is at the time, but you also have to not be judgy. And so for me, one of the main things of friendships is not being able to be judged, because once they start judging you, or once you start judging them, you know, like say, for example, they get into a fight with their boyfriend or whatever it is, and you're going to tell them all the stuff like, okay, this is stupid, he's an idiot, XYZ, right? But if they end up going back with them, you don't love them any less because they went back with them. You said what you had to say, you tell them how you feel about it, but you don't love them any less because it's their life, it's their relationship, it's their problem, it's not yours. And I think that's where a lot of people fall into problems in friendships, because they make their friends' problems theirs. Like if my friends had to really like think about, I would have lost all of my friends for the shit that I've done if they judged me. You know, like my super good friends.
Against their advice.
Yeah, because I didn't take their advice, you know, and it's like I'm a straight shooter, I'm a real talker. Like I will tell them exactly how I feel, but it doesn't mean I love them any less than what I do. But I feel like people sometimes take advantage of that, and they take information like, okay, so like say, you know, Irie calls me and she has this problem and it's a deep, dark secret. Like if I don't talk to Irie in like 2 years from now, I'm not going to tell that secret, because that was said to me in confidence. And that's the kind of friend that I am. You know, I'm also like very generous, and I hate being taken advantage of, but people know me like that. It's like, oh, she has a heart of gold. Oh, she's such a sweet person, she's not going to mind. Yeah, I'm not going to mind, but like, don't, you know, mistake my kindness for weakness, you know, because I eventually figure it out what, you know, because friendships have to be reciprocal as well. You know, like I can't keep calling you with all my problems. You have to call me with some of yours. You know, like there needs to be some sort of like common ground, like you said, good vibes, right? And just like you have to have some commonalities, like how we do, you know. Or I would be like, I don't want to be on the show anymore. Like we're not even like the same, you know. It's like we have our personalities. There's something in there that make us like connect. And I think in order for you to have long lasting friendships, you have to have something that connects you. And like I already said, we're too old to start friendships. I mean, not too old. You can always be friends, but it's not going to be that like ride or die long-term friends at this point in our age.
You know, grow to be friends. It's not just
right.
Oh, we vibe and I see you out and about. Like, I wouldn't consider you my friend yet. Like, you got to grow into a friendship.
Thank you.
You don't know somebody just from hanging out in crowds and
you don't
around
spill your
people.
guts out because you met this person, or that friend is a friend of a friend of a friend, or like, you know, you kind of go out with your friends and there's an extra person and now that's your friend. No, it's not. It's like an acquaintance. You know, you're
Yes.
not gonna, you know what I mean? You're not gonna hear my lifelong journey, you know, because you're just an acquaintance. But I think a lot of people get that mistaken in the whole definition of friendship. You
And I
know?
feel like having kids too changes your friendships as well. Like
Yes.
5 years ago for my birthday, I would have invited everybody. Now I feel like I gauge my friendships around people that I would invite to his event.
Or it's gonna support you though. That's gonna
Yeah.
support you and support him and
Yeah.
make it fun for him. You're not gonna invite your friends that used to get drunk when at the bar. That's not what you're looking for. Exactly. So you evolve, you keep the ones that you keep, and then you have certain ones for certain things, you know? Like I have so many different friends. I have nerdy friends, I have freaking hella freaking intelligent friends, I have friends that whatever work at freaking McDonald's. Like, you know what I mean? Like I just have friends, I have a
Yeah.
lot of friends, but you know, they go into little categories and little compartments. And you know,
You
like you
do different
said,
things with those different groups.
yeah,
Like I said, like
exactly.
I love my bar friends, you know what I mean? But I see them once a week, maybe once every other
Right.
week. We have a good time. But these aren't people I would invite over to my parents' barbecue. You know what I mean? Or
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
but
Yeah.
I have those
And
friends that I can. Like, hey, we're chilling at the house. Dad said come through, whatever. I have
Right.
those friends. You have
see,
different groups
one of the
of friends
words
and
that I
different
was
levels.
looking for, was enabler. I wouldn't want nobody, I wouldn't call that a friend if somebody know that I got a drinking problem and they always want me to drink with them or doing that.
Yeah, right. Right.
That's not really a
Right.
friend to me and
Yeah.
stuff. No
I
matter
agree.
what we go through, because he's enabling me, he ain't really helping me. I want them to
Right.
well, man,
See,
I
I'm that
give
friend.
you a drink, but you
I'm
need to
like, if
stop.
I know that you're struggling with sobriety and
Right.
I'm not gonna smoke around you. You know
You're
what I
not.
mean?
Yeah, you're not. It
And,
changes. It
and
changes. Yeah.
or if I know you're going through something with your kids, or you're not supposed to be doing something, and you're like, hey, give me a right, so I will blatantly say no. Love you, no.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. That's a real friend. The ones that's not gonna,
Right.
like I said, that's the word that I was missing. I was saying that enabler. That's not a friend to me. They just doing something because it benefits them, or they
And
getting
I don't feel
something
like
from
people that
me.
enable, like
That's not a real friend to me.
you don't actually care about them, because if you cared about them, you wouldn't enable them. You would
Right.
help to stop them whatever they're doing, or you love their family enough not to enable them to harm their family type of shit. Like when
Yeah,
it comes to somebody, like I'm not gonna help you kill yourself. I'm not gonna help you, or even if it's like, oh, you're, you know, uh, financially irresponsible, right?
Right.
And I know you got bills coming up. I know you ain't gave your baby mama no money, but you're about to go take a Vegas trip. But you're
Yeah.
behind on
Thank
your
you.
car and you're late on
Exactly.
your own. I'm gonna tell you
yeah,
that. If you're my friend, I'm gonna tell you you're making bad choices. Why would you do that knowing you're behind on bills and
Exactly.
like, no, I'll call you out. I'm that friend. Now, if I don't give a shit about you, I'll talk shit to you, but like, that's your fault because we're not. I don't love you like that.
Right. Yeah. That's totally it right there.
the definition of the things we call friends.
But
Friends.
it's also like you're like a friend is a person that whenever you call, they're gonna be there. You know what I mean? They're gonna answer, they're gonna call you back, and that's it. I mean, there's times when you don't even talk to this person for 10 years, maybe, and you see them and it's like you pick up and nothing's ever changed, you know?
Yeah.
One of those things. One of those things. So anyways, the next question we have, I don't even know because I was thinking about it, I just was looking at it and I don't have really an answer, so I have to think about it. So I'm not gonna go first. So OG is gonna go first because I gotta think. What is one of the weirdest dreams you
Weird. Wait, I
The
got a story. Go
weirdest,
ahead.
probably one of the weirdest dreams.
I mean,
You
yeah.
know what? This is one that I didn't had lately and
had? You had a
stuff.
weird dream?
Yes. I had a dream that we had a family reunion and a lot of my family members is there and we have, the dinners and, listen to music, playing dominoes and all of that. But at this this family reunion, a couple of people was there is then passed away. And then I'm saying to them, why are you here? You passed away, you not here. But I'm realizing this in my dream. So I don't know if that means that they really talking to me, or they trying to tell me something, or they watching they watching over me. But that's
no, I feel like those kinds are like they're like visiting. They're like thinking about you, or they're visiting. That's what I think those mean.
But it's crazy
if they weren't really there. Yeah, it's kind of
crazy. It's like I'm dreaming. You know how when you dream, your dreams are real. Yeah. And then, but right. I'm going, man, what are you doing here?
Why the heck are you? Yeah.
You passed away. You shouldn't be. And they go, man, they, hide. You know how it is. I'm still here. I know that I'm past, but I'm still. And I'm like, this is a weird ass dream. But I remember that. So I don't know if that means that these family members is still on my mind, or like I said, if they like the angels trying to talk to me, or
I feel like if you didn't think about them. I feel like if you didn't think about them recently, it's basically like they're visiting, like your ancestors. They're just watching over you, visiting. That's what I think.
And that's probably about the latest craziest one that I had, because I know that in my dream I'm telling them, man, what are you doing here? You shouldn't be here. Why are you at that? You pass, and they going, well, Hodge, I'ma still show up or something. I'm talking to them. It's like, this is weird, but I remember them dreams. This was like late.
That's your soul having a family reunion with your past ones for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you clearly miss these people. Maybe you guys haven't had a big family reunion in a while, but that's what your subconscious wanted you to have.
Yeah.
Stop yawning. Now that the sun went down, and it got
me too.
Yeah, so that's probably about the latest one that I had. That to me, that was kind of. Well, I mean, I loved it. But also to me, I know that wasn't one of an ordinary dream that I have. That's kind of, usually it's the ones that you fall in, and it's like, let me grab something, and you wake up. It's like I'm falling in, those kind of dreams. Like I'm falling into a lion's den, the lion's gonna eat me, or the shark tank, and then you wake up or something, or But that was one of the last ones that I had that was kind of like out there for me.
Yeah, that's kind of good. I think that's a good dream, though. I wouldn't say it's weird. I think it's good. I would have liked that of my ancestors visiting me.
Yeah.
I think I smoke too much that I don't dream anymore, or I'm high so I don't remember them. Right? But it's weird because I've been slowing down my smoking a little bit. I got a surgery coming up in September. I'm trying to quit smoking cigarettes and in the slow process, and not like stop smoking guns, but I'm gonna slow down because after the surgery and the healing, I just want to be like optimal health.
Yeah, right.
Smoking, it's the act of smoking. So I'm still gonna hit my vape pen and maybe have some edibles, but I just haven't been smoking that much. So when we went to Cali, my parents missed their flight. We were all on the same flight. They were running late, and it was Alaska Airlines' fault. But I got to San Diego at 8 in the morning or 9 in the morning, and then they didn't come in until 5. So we hung out at my cousin's, and I put my boy to sleep to take a nap. I ended up falling asleep with him, and I had the weirdest dream. Like, I woke up like, what the hell? It was one of those. I don't know if it was weird. It was just like, what the hell did I dream of that for? Okay, so in my dream, it's me and my Hawaiian, right? And this is my long-term link. His kid's about to be 19, and he was 3 when we started messing around, something like that. And or maybe he was about to be. Anyways, the long-term link. We're hella good friends. We do what we do as adults. But in my dream, we were in a kitchen making a crab boil, and his homeboy was there and his wife, and then my kids were playing like in the yard, and we was just drinking and having beers and cooking, right? And that's all I remember of the dream. Like that's what I remembered when my cousin woke me up so that I'm not late to pick up my parents, right? And I woke up and I was like, what the hell was that? Like I need some seafood and some dick. I don't know what that
Maybe.
dream
I think
was.
that's what I think that's that. I think it said Hawaii trip and you need
That.
some D. And you need some D. That's I am a dream interpretation.
Maybe I can bring my Hawaiian with me to Hawaii and then we can have the seafood.
See, so it's like
But,
I'm the dream interpreter today, and that's what that meant.
and it was funny. I text him, on the way to pick up my parents. I'm like, so I had a dream about you. And there's no tone in texting, but you can tell when you've dealt with someone long enough how they said
Yes,
something in a text message.
right, exactly.
So I was like, I just had a dream about you, and he was like, oh really? And I could hear that, oh really, right?
Right.
And he was like, about, and I was, so I told him. He was like, oh, that was it, just 08.
It wasn't. It
Period.
wasn't exciting.
I'm over here having wet dreams about you, bro. I'm like, what
Yeah,
the
I'm
hell?
trying to get banged up under the Hawaiian sun.
Right? Oh my
I
god.
need to get banged up under the Hawaiian sun.
That's what that meant.
Make my dream come true, dream maker.
You know what? I can't even think of the last time I dreamt. I haven't dreamt in so long. Like I don't even know
They
if
say
I've been
you
hitting.
always dream. They say you dream every night in
Yeah,
your
but it's
REM
just
cycle, but
remembering
you
it.
don't
But I don't.
remember.
I think I haven't been going to REM. Like I don't know because I literally do not remember. I don't remember my last dream. Like it's been a long time since I've had a dream. But when I do have them, they're very vivid and they're very real. Like Hodge said, and you're like, why the hell are you here? Like in my dream, I'm asking these people that are there, like, but I don't know. I really feel like I've not had any dreams in like a super long time. So tonight now I'm gonna have a dream. I think you guys can interpret it for me
I
next week.
remember it.
But you know what?
I
You know
was
what?
when
I'll
I
tell
was
you.
younger. When I was younger, I always wished that there was a machine or a device that you could or a headband you could put on while you sleep, so that you can remember your whole dream or watch what you
Yes,
dreamt through the night. That would be so
because
tight.
because when you wake up, you got to see it right away to someone or write it down because
And
you
you
forget
only
parts of
remember
it.
that portion of it,
I
and it goes
know.
away.
I know. It's just like the
Okay.
weirdest thing. But you know what? I'll tell you a weird dream story since I don't really have a dream right now. I'll tell you. So this is this weirdest thing that ever happened to me. I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but so I went to like my gyno appointment one day, right? And I walked in and my gynecologist now, who's a man, says to me, oh, I didn't know you were on schedule today to come in, whatever. And I was like, yeah, which, everybody hates, every woman hates going to these appointments, right? And he says, oh, it's so weird. I just had a dream about you the other night. Like that was so awkward and unprofessional.
Yeah, and it's
Like,
provider.
what did you dream about me? What did my gynecologist dream about me the other night? It's just,
And that's
I
weird that
changed.
a man that has seen your vajay in full hospital life, like this is your
Yeah,
gyno doctor, is like,
yeah.
oh hey there, I had a dream about you last night. Did you? Did you have a dream about me last night? That's fucking weird.
I mean, you can expect that from anyone else.
Yeah, yeah.
I would be fine. But that is like by far like the weirdest shit I've ever heard
He probably,
in my life.
he probably thinking, yeah, you got one of the prettiest clicks I ever seen. It talks to me in my
Oh,
sleep.
did you dream about my vagina? Like I don't
Yeah,
get it
Did you
because
let
we're
it
not
know?
it talks to me in my sleep like you like this.
because we're
It
like not
talks
even
to me in my
friends.
sleep.
You know what I mean? Like, we have no other connection. It's not like we're friends. Like if you said, "Oh, I had a dream about you," then you can be like, "Oh yeah, you dreamt about this." But for him and I, it's clearly that because he's my doctor.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was maybe
I
a
would
little bit.
probably get a different doctor.
Yeah, I did after that. I was like, yo, like, we're not even friends. Like, yeah, it's pretty bad. Pretty bad. But yeah, hopefully I'll start dreaming and then I
So
can
you going
actually share.
He be like this. I dream about you in my sleep.
That be so weird.
Right? I felt so awkward after. It was like, do I have to like take off my pants now? Like, what the fuck? Like, can I just cancel this appointment?
So my brother overhearing, right? He he said, "Are you ready for this procedure? I'm just gonna numb it a little bit." Okay. And he goes, nom 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 nom.
That's what I just did.
He's so dumb.
It's so
See,
bad.
but it's shit
It's
like
so
that.
bad.
Bringing it back to friendship, it's shit like that. Like if I can't be stupid like that and make stupid ass
Yeah.
jokes like that around you,
Yeah.
we
No,
can't
you know
hang
what?
out.
And like, yeah, and like, you know how we always say inappropriate things?
Yes.
Not mean, you know, we don't care because it's life
We
and we
just
don't care.
talking.
But sometimes people get taken back by this. Like, oh my God, why would you say that? Like, why not? You have a vagina? No. You go to a gynecologist? No. He looks at your vag. We all know. Like, it's not
And
a
it's not like
secret.
you're having conversations like this or whatever around like your friends as husbands. Would be inappropriate to talk about my
Yeah,
vajay. Okay, like, well, that's just me
exactly.
because that's how I grew up. But if it's a room full of women, oh, you can hear all the nanny stories,
Yeah, well, and
all of
there's
them.
no kids involved. You know, we're not
Yeah,
talking in front of kids. It's like, yeah, we can be inappropriate whenever we feel like it. Damn it.
No, but see,
Speaking of which,
that's why we
speaking
all
of
get
which,
along.
yeah,
That's why we
yeah, no,
all get
really,
along. We have fun when we talk. You know, we only get together and talk, do this show once a week.
yeah,
And but when we get together and we talk, we learn
it's like
we
a Noah's
constantly
Ark
learning
or
something new about each other every time we do
right,
this show. And
and
it's
I feel like we
always
all have hella
enjoyment.
funny
We having
stories for
fun.
the shows that we
That's what
do.
makes this show so special.
yeah, no,
No matter
yeah,
who's on it and who's not. You know,
Right.
we always still learn something about each other.
yeah, that's very, very true. Speaking of kids, that's the next question.
Fuck them kids. Just kidding. I
A,
love
chi-
mine. Fuck it.
a childhood memory. What is your best childhood memory, Irene? Your best childhood memory?
Best? Ooh. My best memory was when I was 9. So my mom and dad, they had me at 16, 15, 16, whatever. Long story short, they get divorced. My mom brings us back to Guam. I'm 9. My and then I have 3 younger brothers, 4 years younger than me, then 5 years. Then she had, so I was 9, and the youngest was, my brother was like 8 months old. Okay, brings us back to Guam, rekindles with my stepdad, my dad now, and they dated in junior high. Okay, Catholic private school, junior high dating makes sense, right? But we meet this. She meets him. They rekindle and start talking. This man never took my mom on a date without all 4 of us. All 4 of us.
Oh,
We
that
used to
is so
meet, go out
awesome.
to bring him lunch, and we would eat under the plumeria trees. This one field by Seventh Day Adventist clinic had just a row of big, huge plumerias, and we put a blanket down and we'd eat lunch with him there, right? So he finally comes to my auntie's house because, mind you, my mom is a single mom with 4 kids, moved back to Guam and stayed with her sister. We all shared a room so that my mom could get on her feet, right? He comes to visit us there one time, comes in the room, spends time with us there. I shit you not, within a month or so, he got us a house. He moved
Damn.
me, my mom, and her 4 kids that aren't his into a house, and we've been a family ever since.
Where's
That is like,
where's um where's that these men where they don't exist
that's what I'm
anymore?
saying. And he did this. My dad did this at 27 years old with no children of his
I'm
own.
saying,
There is no
this is
27-year-old currently 10 years ago that would do
never,
that shit.
never, not even in this
You
day period. You add
At all.
27 years on, it's worse.
Right. You
It's
say
worse.
27 to me with 1 kid, and I'm like,
Yeah,
back up,
exactly.
little boy.
Wow, that's crazy. That's amazing. That's a great dad, honestly. And that's a
That's a
good memory.
happy
The
day.
dating, the dates, that's so cute.
Yeah. I love it. And we've been a family ever since. You know, my dad passed before I had my son, or else he would have met his Papa Frank. But my dad helps with he helps with all the kids. All the kids wake up. It's Papa's house, even though it's not Papa's house. It's Papa's house. I want to go with
Right.
Papa's car. So
Right.
he's dope. They don't mix it. I don't hear many stories like that of men, and I definitely don't see it in my life currently. I don't know if it's just Washington, but I can even
No,
say that. It's
it's
California too.
it's
I don't
I'll vouch for Hawaii. Nay, too. There is no, not even somebody my age, honestly, would do it. It's so sad. It is
it's
so
sad, but
sad.
I think people
But
like at our ages too, you're not gonna find many people without kids.
yeah, it's like most likely they're gonna have
Currently,
kids.
if
But
a
even
band
to
is
like just take
27,
on that
it's not gonna
role,
yep,
just to take on that role
100%,
and take on that responsibility, because at this point it's like
without
grandkids.
yep,
Yeah.
that's my dad.
Wow, that's amazing. What a great story. How about you, Hodge?
Well, I don't think mine is that interesting. That
Is that
mine is
is that
probably,
heartfelt?
it's probably mine is probably just something like being, a kid, just, doing like a family picnic or something with, with all my family, just having fun, like the barbecues. We would always go. I had an aunt and an uncle. They had birthdays like a day or two apart. So we used to always go down in LA. Well, it's out in the valley, this park called Valverde Park. And we would camp and stuff. We would take the motor homes and the campers. My uncles and them had those, and we would spend the weekend at the parks. And they would have at this one park, and it had the hiking where you could go hiking at. It had a lake that you could fish and swim, and that's, I think, spending the times with my family, my cousins and them. Those was probably some of the best memories that I had when I was a kid, and we did it like every year. And then like the years that they came out with dirt bikes, Huffy dirt bikes and stuff. And they let the kids take their dirt bikes, and we would ride our dirt bikes up and down the trails. Then, it would be like maybe a total of like 15 to 20 campers there, because it was a campsite. And so it was always other kids to play with us, chasing the girls, us being boys, chasing the other girls from the camp. And they would let us, do the s'mores and, roast the marshmallows, the camping. But we did it every year. So those was probably my favorite, memories of being a kid, being with my family and, just camping. Nothing, like I said, out the extraordinary, but those times of us just being together and doing things. I always remember that, camping and, spending the weekend, and we did it every year.
Yeah, camping is probably one of mine too. One of my best childhood memories was camping, and like being on an island. Probably something that I always remember about my parents as a child was that they would always, take us to do stuff that really didn't cost money, like going to the beach. So my mom would like go to like KFC or something, or she would go get chicken or something, and then she'd make some musubis, and then we just pull up right on the beach, and they let us swim till it got dark. We go like maybe like 4 or 5 a.m. I mean, sorry, p.m. after work, kind of thing. As soon as they're done work, we'd load up the kids in the car with the dinner, with our little paper plates and forks, and we'd head out to the beach, and then we'd swim until it gets dark, and then we'd eat dinner, and we eat dinner at the beach all the time,
I
all the
miss
time.
that.
Freaking
Miss that so bad.
spam musubis, Vienna sausage, eggs, fried
Yeah.
chicken, KFC, you name it. We used to do that, and it used to be good. It was something different. I try to do it with my kids, but not the same. They get all like buttless about going to the beach sometimes, because it is a lot of work, right? Because you gotta like
You
sand
gotta
and
pack it,
everything.
you gotta check in the cooler, do all
It's
that. And
starting
it's
to
crazy. Our parents used to do that all the time for us, and now they don't. My dad, well, before they moved to the States, my mom and dad would take their grands because we're all grown and had to work. So they'll
Mm-hmm.
pick up all the grandkids, load up a cooler, get their pop-up canopy because they're old now and
Yeah.
don't and just take them to swim. And
Yeah.
we would camp at our family has uh beach property on the Air Force Base on Guam, so we needed pass to go in, but it was a private beach, so we would literally just sleep comforters on the sand, open, no
Yeah.
tents, anything. Wake up
Exactly.
straight to the
And
water.
you just chilling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I miss that. I'm coming to live with you with my son.
Okay, come on.
Okay,
We can get
I'm
we can get
coming.
a we can get a nice house, with a little swing set outside for him.
Oh, yeah.
That would be fun. No, really. I mean,
Okay. No, I've
it's
really been thinking about moving to Hawaii for a little bit. A
you
couple of
should
years.
actually you should actually really bring him because it's such a good place to have your kid grow up, honestly. That island life and just like, I mean,
So
it's really
work
laid
from
back, but
home.
you just teach
That's
them
what I
like
want.
you just teach them like the island style, that'd
I
be a good
want him to
idea.
have that. Because
know
I had both.
it's
I had stateside growing up and island life growing up. And I like both. And I mesh
Yeah,
well with both. But so I want to bring him.
yeah, I think he would like it a lot, actually.
That's crazy that all of our fondest memories is all family or tied around our family stuff that we did. It's things that we learned or we did with our family.
It's family
Yeah.
oriented.
Each of our memories, all our memories and things.
Yeah, back in the days when it was so good.
Back
Before
in
you
the
had to
day.
adult,
But some days I said I wish I
before you
was
had
a
to start,
kid.
before you had to start adulting and paying bills.
See, but I want to do that and still have the island life. Like I could still adult and pay my bills, but
Yeah,
out
you
here
can.
I can't pack up like and go to the beach because that's what I would do. And I was like, okay, so let's go to the park. I bring him to the beach that's here, but it's rocks. It's not even sand. He has to keep his spots on or his Crocs on because it's rock
Right,
sand, and I don't want that. He tries to take it off. I'm like, not go on, boy. It's not that good sand.
And,
right.
and it's funny because when I talk to people about, I didn't grow on up in an island, but growing up in Cal, LA, we went to the beach whenever, at nights go and put our sleeping bags, have our sleeping bags or blankets in the car, and we would go lay up under the lifeguard towers and take our dates. We was, didn't have money and sense enough to go get motels when we 15, 16. We would just get in the car and go to the beach with our dates and lay on the sand and, get to a part of the beach. It's so big that there's always room for you to go where you ain't around everybody. Just get away from the main part of the pier. And we would go and lay under that. But it's a lot of times that I tell people about how when we go to the beach and we would walk on the sand and it's always like, ooch, out. The sand be so hot.
Wow.
And people don't understand that. What you mean? Because out here, the so-called beaches here, it ain't like that. It's like rocks all in the sand. And I never seen no rocks in our sand, out there. It's sand. And out here, you got all the rocks and things like that. It's like this ain't real, ain't even real sand
It's
here. It's all flat.
also like we're in the sound. If you drive to far western Washington and out like to the actual beach, then there will be sand, but it's still cold water. Like in Hawaii on Guam, you could be drunk on the beach at 3 in the morning and still jump in and not get fucking hypothermia. You know?
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Water.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, a lot of people ain't never
Make me
really
homesick.
experienced that.
Make
That
me
the warm
homesick.
water and like I said, the sand and the things like that. They ain't experienced nothing like that. They only know, the flat, cold rock sand here, and it's like this ain't real sand. This is like dirt, gravel, like man-made almost. Like they came with a dump truck and dumped this stuff here.
That's true. That is very, very true. Actually, we've had to move sand though, because some of our beaches, the sand eroded like way too much. So we had to add sand. But it's just, I don't know how fake it is or what, but they would go to like certain beaches, take the sand and then move it to other beaches.
No, Scooter, it's late already. The sun went to sleep. No.
The sun went to sleep. That's so cute. Is the moon waking up?
Yeah, that's what we say. He said, well, he'll be like, it's time to go. And I'm like, yes, let's go. He said, because the moon is awake and the sun is sleeping? Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so our last question. I was thinking about my answer this whole time. So we're gonna make it 2 parts so that we can finish the second part with a story. Okay. So remember, your answer to this is gonna have a story on the next time we're on. Okay.
Oh.
Because there'll be enough time for you to think. It'll be 1 week for you to think of your story.
Okay.
Okay. So the question is, because this is where it goes a little south. What is your biggest turn on, or what would make you give it up? Like, say you went on a date, or maybe like a second date, or even a third date. What is something that you get attracted to, I want to say, or something that just makes you like melt? So I've been thinking of my answer, and I have my answer. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to say there's no contact. So it's not like you're already in a bed.
Okay.
You on the date,
You're
okay?
just chilling. You're chilling. You're
So
on
you're
the
just
date.
chilling, and
What's
something
that
just
thing
makes
that you're
you
like,
melt.
I'm about
Yes.
to give it up. I'm about to give it up.
Yes. That's it.
So you just
So
want
now you
the
gotta think.
answer and no story. Just the
Don't
answer.
tell the story. Just give us the answer, and we're gonna continue next time on the story. We're gonna open up next Monday with the story.
Okay.
Okay.
You want my answer? Or are you gonna go?
So what is your she said, I know my anscer.
I know
So,
my
so we
answer.
just gonna get
An
answer,
answer
but not the story.
and no story. So but the answer, because the answer can be for multiple people, right? Because I'm saying is that it makes you melt when somebody you're on a date with does this, or you're talking to it, but you have no relations yet. Okay, no relations. You haven't slept with this person. Nothing. You're talking. You're either talking, you're dating, or you're going on a date, or just like there's no
it's
activity
not like
before this.
I'm not a first day giver.
It's not a fuck boy, nothing like that. It's just somebody that you're now
Somebody
kind of
talking
like
to.
something
You're
they
talking
do
to, but you haven't
something,
given it up yet.
and something they do or something that happens, and you're like, fuck yeah. What is it, Irene?
It's not even something he does. It's his smell.
Smell. Okay, that's good. That is good. I like that answer.
And okay, the cologne is a bonus, but like it's his smell. I know if I'm
I
gonna
know
give
what
it
you
up to
mean.
you when you
I
get
know
a
what you mean.
whiff of that,
I
and
know
I'm
what
like,
you mean.
bro, I'm about to waterfall all over you.
I'm a fucking werewolf, okay? I can smell.
It is. That's my answer.
Totally.
Story
Your answer is
story
smell.
comes
Okay,
next week.
perfect. Okay, Haj,
Yes.
what is the one thing that she has to do that you're like, it's over? You melt into a melting pot.
It's probably for me the movements of the lips. Because you said no touching, just looking and just seeing, right?
Wait, what lip? We talk about your
That's a good
lips.
one. That's a good one.
I love that answer. That is amazing. I've never heard that before. That's a great answer. So you're like just the way that she's talking. So if she starts talking like so and like long, like
Yep. The
But
movements of
naturally, let's do it naturally. She doesn't have to accentuate her mouth; just moves like that. I'll probably sleep with her too. I'm just kidding.
let me see what that mouth can do.
Yeah, there you go. That's it right there. It's like, oh yeah, okay, that's it right there.
Okay, so my answer This is I don't, you know what is so weird is that when I saw the question before we started and I was thinking about this whole time and then I put myself in certain scenarios and this is my answer. My answer is the smile. That's
Yeah.
my answer. It just takes
That's a
this
good one
certain,
too.
just like a you know,
That
like a
the smirk,
laugh, like a smile, like a smirk, or like
the
something like
smirk. Yep.
not the lips really talking because most of the guys
But
I
it's
talk to are
it's
like
that
straight.
certain smile because we
It's
smile at each
yes,
other all day, right? Or during
yes,
the day,
right,
ha
right,
ha
yeah.
ha.
No, it's
But when
that
they have that
something.
certain,
Oh my god!
like, oh, I feel yes, I feel you on that too.
Oh my god!
That's the one.
Yep. See,
So
that's what I
so
was saying. It's that movement
Y'all
of
better have
the
your
mouth.
stories ready.
oh, you gotta have the stories ready. Okay, everybody has to have their stories ready. We're opening up with that next week. But for all in all, this is a really clean show. I'm very proud of us. We did really good.
You
This
know,
is
you
We
why
know
did.
what,
Low key,
you
my
know
whole
what be
my
crazy
family
is
was
that
around the entire show.
what's crazy is that sometimes I put those questions in there and then I forget them because I never look at them or study them. I
right.
just, when I think of them, I just put them in there and then I don't never go back and look at them or study them. So when I get asked that, I be having to think too, because
Yeah.
I'm just coming off the top of my head with them and just putting
Right.
something in there. And then when I come back, it's like, okay, I remember tonight I was going, do you have the questions? Because I didn't know. I
Yeah.
put them in there,
No.
but
Time
I
on.
didn't remember them and stuff. So I had to look them up myself to remember what they was. But even when I do them, I don't remember them because sometimes I think of them and I go, "Oh, I got to put something in there. Well, let me think of something." Then I got to put them in there while I'm thinking of them, and then I forget them.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
sometimes they might come Monday, or sometimes they may not even come to Saturday night. But when I think of them, but then I forget because my mind is on something else, and I never remember
Right.
what they are.
Right.
So that part is
No, I think
always
this is
kind of
good.
kind
This
of
is
crazy.
good.
So
This
if
is
you're
good.
watching, send those questions in still. Like hit the DMs with them questions.
No, so you know what else? This is what we're gonna do next week. We're gonna change it up a little bit. We're gonna do this. So we're gonna tell our story. So we gotta tell Kendall and Lola that they gotta think of their answer and story. So they can tell their answer and story. We're gonna just tell our stories because we already have our answer, right? And then what we'll do is I'm gonna like randomly pull names, okay? So like if I pull Irie, I get to ask Irie any question that I want to ask her. Okay.
Ooh, I like this.
And then if Irie pulls me, then she gets to ask me whatever she. So you don't know what the question
It's
is.
gonna be Monday, back your ass up, spin the bottle, question
Yes,
style.
basically, that's what we're gonna
Show up
do
on the
next
porch.
week. Show it up and see what's up.
Okay.
Then we won't have any answers prepared. It'll be super raw, even though we're mostly super
Yeah.
raw because nobody even looks at the damn questions in the thing anyway.
No, because we be
But
too busy.
but we'll open up with our stories. We'll open up with our stories. We'll start with our stories and then we'll go from there. Spin the
Yes.
bottle.
Good plan for next Monday.
So once
Tune
again,
in.
thank y'all for being a part of this. Can you back that up and make sure you subscribe, like and subscribe, tell a friend, and hopefully we could make it happen. I'm excited. The thing, like when we leave these shows, I'm always excited about the next week because, like I said, as we do these shows, we all learn something new about each other, something different,
We sure
or
do.
we learn about something. So I like that. That shows that the show is growing and
Yeah.
it is making us grow, our friendship grow even closer than it was. I remember when we all first got together, we really didn't know each other or how we thought or how
Right.
we felt,
No.
but as time passed, we learned it. So not only the show is growing, but I think each one of us is growing too, and
I
that's
agree.
always a plus.
Yep.
So I want to
Yeah.
thank
Always.
y'all for being a part of this, and like I said, I can't wait till next week.
All righty. See you guys. Have a good week.
Bye bye. See
Monday.
ya.